Greetings. Welcome back to Ham Radio Test and Review. My name is Dave, my call sign is N8DAV, and the motto for my channel is one test is worth 1,000 expert opinions. So today I've done a complete test and review of a new GMRS antenna. To me, it's not a new release, but it's new for me. It's the Tidradio TD-771 GMRS antenna. And when we come back, I'll start off with all the specifications. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. This antenna, the Tidradio TD-771 GMRS antenna, it is specified specifically only for GMRS and FRS band. It is 15.15 inches in length, which is a little bit different than the Abrea antenna, which this looks exactly like, by the way. So if you're thinking that it might be something different, well, I don't know. We'll have to see in the testing. We'll see how it comes out. It's a rubberized whip with a SMA female connector. They do not specify any impedance for it, and they do not specify that there's any SWR, like a lot of them say 1.5 to 1 or less, or anything like that. They do specify a maximum of 10 watt input, and they do not specify any gain, or if this is specified for any wavelength or resonant on any frequency whatsoever. Now, I will be testing this only on the GMRS channels, and I also test these on the 70 centimeter channels because they're close enough that I think it might be interesting to do both. All right. The last thing is it does not come with a rubber grommet. All right. So that's something to take into consideration. It was $9.49 on Amazon, and this is the sleeve it came in. It's very cheap, just a very generic sleeve. So nothing spectacular, but once again, it looks exactly like a Brie knockoff. So it may work just like an Abrea. I don't know. We'll have to tell. All right. We'll be right back, and I'll start in with the testing. All right. First up, we're going to test the SWR of the Tidradio TD-771 antenna, GMRS only. I'm going to be testing it first on the 70 centimeter band and then on the GMRS channel 16. But before I did all of this, I set up my test bed and I used a signal stick and tested the SWR on that, and I got 1-to-1 on the 70 centimeter band and 1-to-1 on GMRS. So I know that my test bed is set up and working correctly. So when I come back, it will be the first test of the TD-771, the Tidradio GMRS only antenna. All right, this is the test of the TD-771 GMRS antenna on the 70 centimeter band, and we get an SWR of 1.04 to 1. Next up, we are testing the Tidradio TD-771 GMRS only antenna on channel 16 of the GMRS band. And we get an SWR of 1.00 to 1. And as I always do, I like to use the NanoVNA antenna analyzer to verify the results that I got with the power SWR meter. This way we get a good idea of the general idea of what the SWR is using the SWR power meter, and a more accurate rendition using the NanoVNA. When I switch the NanoVNA on, it will default first to the 2 meter band. So don't freak out on me, okay guys? Here we go. We're going to first start off on the 70 centimeter band. And we tested on 446. And on 446, we get an SWR of 1.155. All right, next we're going to test on the GMRS band. On 462.575. and we come up with 1.711. Another part of my testing regimen is to test the field strength of the antenna that we're in question. So what I do is I have the meter set at a prescribed length, same length I use every single time. I use the same exact radio with a fresh charged battery, and I use the same radio every single time. At the end of the video, I will give you the results of the field strength testing and let you know how they compare to some of the other antennas that I've tested. All right, so here's the Tidradio TD-771 antenna. And here we are testing the Tidradio TD-771 GMRS only antenna on channel 16. This is the field strength test. All right, I'm back out here at Fox Glen Park in Flagstaff, Arizona. This is my favorite park for testing HT antennas because the distance that I have from here to my base station is 2.6 miles, almost 2.7, and we have a lot of obstructions between here and there, mostly trees and a few homes and maybe a building or two and possibly a freeway overpass and a little bit of a hill. So it's hard for HTs and HT antennas to get out and get to my base station and get back. So here I have the Tidradio TD-771 GMRS antenna, and I'm going to run the test right now. Channel mode. WSBX662 testing 1, 2, 3, 4. WSBX662 testing 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Well, that test was a fair test. You know, as I always do, I rate the tests fail, fair, good, and excellent. And in this case, I consider this a fair test. There was a fair amount of static, but it was a strong modulation. You could hear it and understand it perfectly. So I would say maybe between fair and good, somewhere right in there. So anyway, when you see me next, I'll be back at my shack and I'll go over all of the results of all the tests and give you my opinion. All right, I'll be right back. All right, I'm back in my shack talking about the Tidradio TD-771 GMRS antenna. So what did we learn from all of this today? I'm getting all the paperwork out from underneath my butt here. There we go. So what did we learn from all of this today? Sorry about that. I'm just not having a great day today. All right. So as far as SWR is concerned, on the SWR power meter, on the 70 centimeter band, we got 1.155. And on the GMRS band, channel 16, we got 1.711. Now that was on the NanoVNA. And we got pretty much just 1-to-1 on both 70 centimeter and channel 16 using the power SWR meter. So the NanoVNA 1.155 on 70 centimeter and 1.711 on the channel 16, GMRS channel 16. Those are good results, especially with the NanoVNA. It seems like the antenna is really tuned a little bit closer to 70 centimeter than it is the GMRS band. But, you know, just the way the tests fall, man, you know. All right, so what did we get for the field strength testing? Well, we got really good results. Higher than average, much higher than average on the 70 centimeter band, which makes sense since we got a little bit better SWR on the 70 centimeter band. And just a little bit higher on the GMRS band, which is also good because, you know, obviously we got a good SWR reading on the GMRS band too. So the field strength results kind of coincide with the NanoVNA results for the SWR. So that's a good sign. So here's the big thing. What about our real world test out on the park? 2.6 miles with obstructions using a UV5R repeater with Red's Engineering SRP-T03 repeater controller. All right, I got what I felt was somewhere between fair and good. I thought that it was a little bit better than the fair results we've gotten in the past, yet not quite as good as the good results we've gotten. So I'm going to have to say it's kind of in between. That's my opinion. I'm trying very hard not to be biased because I really don't care. You know, I've got so many antennas, it doesn't matter to me. I know which ones work the best on my radios, and I keep those. Those are my personal stash, and some of them I've tested already, and some of them I haven't. So we'll be testing those eventually, the ones that I haven't. All right, so that's what I think. However, what is the price? It was $9.49 on Amazon. Now, you can get an Abri, which, you know, performed pretty close to what this antenna did for $7.29. Now, was that one tuned for GMRS bands? Well, guess what? Very close. Very, very close. The results were very close across the board between the Abri AR771C GMRS antenna and this Tidradio. And I'm telling you, this Tidradio looks exactly like the Abri antenna. I mean, the base looks exactly the same. The coloring of the lettering looks exactly the same. The antenna itself, all made out of the same type materials. The big difference is that it's about 0.2 inches shorter for the GMRS on the Tidradio. Why? I don't know. If it's the exact same thing as the Abri, then it wouldn't be 0.2 inches shorter. But it performed pretty much the same as the Abri version. So the Abri seems to be a little bit better deal. But you know, oh, I forgot to mention. I should have mentioned this. The better deal really is the Tidradio. Why? Because I bought two of them for $9.49. So you get two of the Tidradio TD-771s for $9.49. I'm sorry, I'm just having a bad day today. So anyway, I'm sure you'll forgive me for making that mistake. All right. So do I think it's worth the price? Yes. Would I buy that over one Abri? Yes, I would. If this antenna performed the way you think it will perform for you, I would recommend this antenna, no question. All right? All right. That's all I have for today. My name is Dave. I am Ham Radio Test and Review. Motto for my channel is one test is worth 1,000 expert opinions, saying 73 and so long.